Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy pushes Thomas to leave for Paris with Douglas. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Monday, March 25th, reveals that Steffy Forrester continued bickering with Hope Logan about how selfish she was being and advised her down from Thomas Forrester before leaving in a huff. In Forrester Creations' design office, Thomas told Ridge Forrester how blindsided he felt when Hope rejected his marriage offer again. Ridge wondered if Thomas was going to take Steffy's advice and end effects with Hope. When Brooke Logan set up Hope in the CEO office, Hope complained about Steffy acting like Thomas' rescuer. In reality, Hope felt that Steffy was making everything worse. Ridge ultimately entered the CEO office as well and revealed that Thomas went home since he was devastated. Coming on Monday's BNB occasion, Steffy showed up at Thomas' place and gave him a vim talk about what an awful man he was. Steffy criticized Hope for everything and claimed Thomas had to end effects with her for good. After Steffy said Thomas was just an answer for Hope, she added that Hope just wanted Thomas to chase her like Brooke. Thomas talked about wanting to be engaged and have a commitment, but he added that he wasn't awaiting to get wedded hereafter. Steffy argued that any woman would be lucky to be with Thomas, any woman except Hope. Back at Forrester Creations, Ridge refocused out that Hope wore Thomas' ring on her neck, but Hope said that was a concession. It had been Thomas' idea, and Hope was originally cautious of giving the wrong print. Still, Hope eventually grew to like what having that ring close to her heart represented. It meant that Hope wasn't interested in other men, but Ridge allowed. She should be been clearer about where she stood. Brooke piped up that Hope told Thomas her passions about marriage, though Hope did admit she said no way say no way. Ridge felt like Hope kept the door open, but Brooke asked if it would be been better for Hope to agree to marriage when her heart wasn't in it. Ridge admitted that would be been worse before Hope blustered about Steffy's hindrance. Hope brought up the fact that Steffy dragged Brooke into the discussion and indicted her of going full Logan. Ridge didn't want the families to be at conflict again and steered the discussion back to Hope misleading Thomas. Hope refocused out that if she said yes without meaning it and also backed out of the marriage laterally, that could be disastrous. Hope also claimed that Steffy's issues with her ran deeper than just the rejected offer, but Ridge combated that they always had problems with each other. Nonetheless, Hope felt that Steffy always looked for openings to tear her down and that she was the last person on earth Steffy wanted Thomas to be with. Steffy was deliberately trying to drive a wedge in Thomas and Hope's relationship, so Hope advised that she wouldn't allow it. At Thomas' place again, Steffy talked about how Thomas survived losing Caroline Spencer and would survive a bifurcation with Hope, too. Steffy offered a vaticination about Thomas being suitable to move on with his life and suggested what he participated with Hope wasn't real. Thomas defended Hope since she wasn't the stereotypical Logan woman like Brooke, but Steffy stood her ground and told Thomas to cut Hope loose. In fact, Steffy allowed Thomas should take Douglas Forrester and leave city. After Steffy told Thomas to leave for Paris with Douglas, she reiterated that he demanded to end his relationship with Hope formally and for all. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Thomas will deliver some shocking news to Hope soon enough, so stay tuned for the updates that catch her off guard. Steffy gives Thomas a huge cure of reality. We get that she presumably doesn't want him to make the same miscalculations over and over again, but could she be going just a little too far then? That's what a lot of the Bold and the Beautiful suckers want to know, as Steffy Forrester is about to give her family Thomas Forrester a huge cure of reality. But some say that it's a cure worth swallowing for him. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers: Steffy gives Thomas a huge cure of reality. As numerous BNB suckers know by now, Thomas Forrester has been, still is, and supposedly will always be in love with Hope Logan, indeed though she doesn't feel the same way about him. Steffy believes it's her job to tell her family to back off and let Hope live her life without him. Steffy tells Thomas in the simplest way possible that he can't force Hope to love him back, so there's just no point in trying again and again. Of course, numerous The Bold and the Beautiful suckers have had a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some have reflected on this plot with, I am going to agree with Steffy on this bone. The idea of a relationship with two people is to fall in love and grow in that love, getting to know one another, progressing together in that relationship, along with, Hope has said no to Thomas' offer of marriage doubly. What's the point of Thomas being with Hope if she wants effects to stay as there are? I suppose it's great that Thomas is breaking up with Hope. Thomas has to start allowing of himself for formerly, and not have this situation be only about Hope. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What's next for Thomas Forrester? Another addict wrote, yes, Steffy is doing the right thing. Hope has proven Steffy right. Hope wasn't each in with Thomas. Steffy is right to tell Thomas to steer clear of Hope. I hope Thomas can move on from this. He deserves more, so much better. Hope isn't an entire fool. She cannot conceivably anticipate effects to go back to the way they were before Thomas proposed and she rejected him. It goes without saying that the bold and the beautiful suckers will simply have to tune in to find out what will be next. The Bold and the Beautiful charade, weekdays on the CBS network. Check your original rosters for times. Hope's fix-it plan goes wrong, Steffy prompts Thomas decision. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, March 26th, reveal that Hope Logan will face further questions from Ridge Forrester, who seems to suppose Hope has misled Thomas Forrester and confused him about what she really wants. Of course, Brooke Logan will continue to defend Hope, who was always honest about not being ready for marriage with Thomas. That doesn't mean Hope wants to end effects fully, so she'll decide to find Thomas and set the record straight. Meanwhile, Steffy Forrester will keep prompting Thomas to let Hope go permanently and will make some prognostications about his bright future without her. Although Steffy will get that Thomas is going to be crushed, she'll contend he can rise above that heartache. Steffy has dealt with some heartache of her own over the times, so she'll have some words of wisdom about how to truly move on. Since Steffy mentioned Thomas leaving city with Douglas Forrester and heading to Paris, she may contend that distance will help him find some clarity and move beyond the pain. Once Steffy leaves, Hope will talk to Thomas next and put her fix-it plan in stir. It'll be Hope's turn to do damage control and try to undo some of the negativity that Steffy's been pushing. Still, Steffy's guidance will prompt a big decision for Thomas. Since B&B spoilers allude that Thomas will leave Hope by midweek, Tuesday's show might bring a thriller moment where he announces that it's over. As for the part about Thomas potentially taking Douglas to Paris, that would have to be a much longer discussion and maybe commodity they bandy in the coming occurrences. Away, Brooke will be eager to face off with Steffy for poking in Hope's relationship, so their showdown is on the verge of remonstrating off soon. Steffy and Brooke always have some strong opinions, so stick with us for updates on all the conflict. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Steffy will continue to believe Hope is bad news, but Brooke will suppose Steffy is the problem and will fight back.